everyone, my name is Amanda Rolfing, and I'm happy to join you today to share with you about my story and what brought me to Rodan and Fields. I am a NICU nurse by trade, and so I work with the itty bitty babies and the really sick babies, and I absolutely love my job. I love working with the babies, and I love being a nurse. I truly feel like it was my calling, and I knew from an early age that's what I wanted to do with my career. So I work full-time night shift, and I really enjoy what I do. But more than that, I knew that I always wanted to be a mom. So that dream came true in June of 2015 when we had our son Gavin, and since then that's kind of what shaped me to coming to this opportunity. So after having my son in June of 2015, you know, those first few months on maternity leave were pure bliss. We were so happy. We were, you know, navigating our ways through being new parents and all that, and fortunately we had the summer off, so we took vacations and it was wonderful. But when it came time to go back to work, it wasn't an option. We are a one-income family. My husband is in school full-time, working on an engineering degree, so we're pretty much a one-income family. So me going back to work wasn't debatable. So off to work I went, kind of distraught, because all I could think about was, oh my gosh, that's 36 hours a week that I'm gonna miss with Gavin. And you know, at that age, everything is changing so much. They do something new every day. And while we were very lucky to have Gavin with family, I still had a lot of mommy guilt because I felt that that should be me. And it made me really, really sad to know that I couldn't do that. So I'm pretty open about this now, but at the time I couldn't talk to anybody about it and felt very isolated, and ended up being diagnosed with postpartum depression. And so those first 6 months back to work were really tough times. Wasn't a good mom. I wasn't a good wife. I wasn't a good friend. And so those first 6 months back to work were a really big struggle. And you know, I came to Rodan and Fields actually through a friend of my sister's, Erin Farrow, and I'd seen her post on Facebook, and I was interested in the products, but you know, the business hadn't even crossed my mind. I just, you know, I'm a nurse by trade. I don't know how to do sales. I don't know anything about direct sales, so I never thought as it could be something for me. But when I started talking to Erin about the products and she told me more about the business, the more intrigued I got, because I realized it was different than the perception I had of all direct sales. You know, I just thought they were all the same. You all had parties, you all had inventory, but that wasn't the case with Rodan and Fields. I really liked how she was telling me I could work this business whenever I wanted, wherever I wanted, being at home with my son and my husband, which is what I wanted. You know, I wanted more income, of course, but at the same time, I didn't want to pick up extra shifts and be away from my boys even more than I already was. So this kind of seemed like a good solution. And the more I heard, the more I liked, and the more consultants I met, the more my eyes were open as to the income potential, I guess. I guess I never really realized that you could replace your income with a business like this. I always just related it to a business that my mom did when I was growing up, and she would get her catalogs and her products, and she usually only made enough to cover the stuff that she wanted. So that was kind of my perception of what these businesses were like. But obviously my perceptions were very wrong, because I was seeing, you know, other consultants on my team retire from their jobs in their 30s, or, you know, a few years after they had started this business. And, you know, that made me want those things. I did want those things, but I just didn't know that I had the options or the opportunities for that. I was raised, you know, you go to college, you get a job, you work until you're 60, and then you retire, and along the way you save for your retirement so that you can do that. So this really opened my eyes to other options, and I'm really happy that I threw my skepticism to the wind, because I was pretty much the most skeptical person out there for businesses like this. But I did. I jumped in with 2 feet at the end of April of this year. So I've been in my business for a little bit over 6 months now, and it's grown, and I'm really happy with where it's going. I can see, you know, us paying things off, and having that extra income has really, really helped. So I hope that my story has helped you, and I hope that you join our team. All right, thanks. Bye.